Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Tuesday to you. CvC is live, and there are players upset over a certain way that personal rewards was handled, so I will let you know about that. Also, Plarium screwing me over when it comes to my Ronda Chase promo champion, and then I'll get you full context for everything going on in the game as we head into the week for Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, I got hoodwinked pretty hard. I just assumed that the Ronda Chase wasn't on day 7 yet since they launched it, because I can't claim Ronda yet. It says I'm on day 6. But I've been playing Raid like 5 or 6 hours a day, probably, doing videos, working on articles, and there's absolute, like, Raid is permanently logged in on my computer, even when I sleep and stuff. I just leave it open and go to bed. There's absolutely no way that I went a full day without being logged into the game. It's physically impossible. So, don't know how this happened to me. I guess I'm curious if it happened to anybody else, because I know I did not miss a day the last 6 days, because I've been so busy working on so much different stuff and having my account permanently open. So very interesting. But anyway, you know, I know a lot of people made the mistake of claiming Ronda before CvC went live somehow. So I guess at least I'll be able to avoid that mistake and claim Ronda here in a few hours when the daily reset happens and get some points for CvC. And then as soon as I get my Ronda, we'll probably do like a live stream or something, and we'll build her and test it out, and get a video here on the channel giving you all my opinions and gradings on the Ronda Chase and how she functions as a champion. And also, as I'm sure you are well aware, it's perfectly normal with the rotation of the game. CvC is live currently, and we have this announcement coming from Plarium, kind of backtracking on a plan, because they're important news that they want to share. Last week, we informed you all about personal rewards being part of all December CvCs. Now that can be 2 or 3 depending on the month, because they do CvCs every other Tuesday, so it just depends on how the rotation of the days within that certain calendar month kind of fall. But however flexible as we are, we changed our minds, seeing that many of you aren't exactly fans of this decision. CvC will be held, the CvC that will be happening on December 20th and 21st, a couple weeks from now, will not feature personal rewards. And then basically the reason that happens, like the reason there was backlash for that decision, you can see here on the left side right above my head right here, the personal rewards tab. Now a lot of your players that are free to play or in the progression phase of their account, or don't spend as much, or aren't in like a more end game clan, a lot of times they will save the opportunity to go super hard in a CvC until there are personal rewards associated with it. So if there are personal rewards every single time, there will be a downside of players won't be able to really fit into that rotation. Now you get some people posting you know, in Discord and forums and stuff like, there is no downside to this if there's personal rewards every single CvC. How could you possibly be against that? And the pushback that I've seen from a lot of people in the community is that then you can't save up. Like I said, you can't kind of plan for picking and choosing when you actually invest the resources that are hard for you to come by, like the books and stuff like that. But let me know down below what your opinion is on the personal rewards in the comment sections. I would love to have that context here on the channel and understand how you're feeling as well. Then for the summoning stuff going on in game during CvC, there is going to be 2 different featured 10x champions, usually a non-void and a void legendary. This CvC is going to be no different. The first one featured is going to be Corvus the Corruptor. And let's switch it over to the level 60 version, which, side note, if you're new to Raid, for whatever reason, Plarium has it when you click on champions, when they're plugged somewhere in game like this, it brings up a level 1 unascended version of them. So what happens is, you see right here, this is locked behind Ascension, and it can kind of throw off what the base stats look like and stuff like that. So you always want to actually go into the index and pull them up this way, because then it actually shows them at their full potential. Level 60, max ascended with the base stats up at the max of what they should be and what they're going to actually scale with gear when you have them built. Now, we've given Plarium the feedback for years to make those links take you to the full version of the champion, but anyway, I digress. Corvus is a pretty cool champion. You've got a defense scaling champion that can do like the decrease attack on the A1. You got a multi-hitter A2 that has a really cool role in the game because it's going to both increase the duration of enemy debuffs and increase the duration of ally buffs. That's a really, really cool ability on a 3-turn cooldown. And then you get another double hitter AoE that can place 2 poisons and poison sensitivity with a passive that decreases the damage enemies under poison debuffs inflict by 5% per poison, can go up to 25% with an aura of defense in all battles. I think Corvus is a lot of fun. It's a really cool champion. If you're gonna YOLO shards, I would say only if you are super close to Mercy and you really want this champion, but honestly, I don't think right now is a good time to pull Sacreds because we are going to be getting 2x Sacreds here in just a couple days. As you can see right here on the summoning event calendar, Friday, December 9th, if Plarium does normal rotation, should be 2x Sacreds here at the end of this week. So be careful, YOLOing a bunch of those Sacred shards. The 10x for Corvus can also be attained via Ancient shards. You can see it says 10x chance on Ancients and Sacreds, but 10x's are a lot worse than they sound like on the surface. And even if you pull a Legendary, it's not a very highly likely chance that it's going to actually be Corvus. So just keep all of that in mind. I would probably recommend for most of you out there, now is not the time to pull shards for this champion, even though I do really like the champion and it is a lot of fun. And then tomorrow, the 10x for CvC is going to be for Cardio. Now, I think he is absolutely incredible. He is an awesome champion. Unfortunately, I don't have him, but I also think he's going to get a little bit more value of an uptick here in the near future with the release of that new Sand Boss dungeon where we farm up the oils and stuff. I think Revive on Death is going to be a very good ability to bring in there. It's going to be a very tough dungeon. I think Cardio is going to be an awesome champion for that situation. So again, even though he is an amazing champion, YOLOing your Void Shards outside of a 2x and outside of a guaranteed event is probably not something I would recommend for most of you, even though I do get it if some of you are close to Mercy or something, because Cardio is an amazing champion and 10x's are a lot more impactful, a lot more likely to proc when it is a Void versus a non-Void. Then for the in-game stuff, there's not a whole lot of craziness to focus on. You've got a normal Fire Knight tournament going on, and then under the events tab, you've got Artifact Enhancement, Dungeon Divers, Champion Training. A lot of the stuff is kind of just normal stuff. There isn't anything super noteworthy like fragments for a Fusion Champion or some Battle Khazar Champion Training event or Ultimate Death Knight event. So nothing crazy going on. Right now is going to be mostly about managing your account to get some points for your clan during CvC, which I need to do. You can see I'm at 2,000 points. I'm recording kind of right when I get to my computer to start for the day. So I haven't had a chance to go hard in the paint. I might do a little bit of a CvC stream later or something. I haven't streamed in a couple days and hang out with some of you and start getting after CvC here. And then when hopefully Plarium will give me my Ronda and stop taking her from me. So hopefully that works out. But offers, is there anything worth going over? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that I would be excited to plug in. Again, we're still kind of waiting on the offers to get really good and kind of ramp up a little bit because it's been a while since we saw a banger offer pack. So alrighty, good luck to all of you in CvC. I need to go work on some stuff for a few hours, and then later today, around the daily reset, might fire up a live stream and do some CvC grind. And I need to also do some more testing on the new dungeon in the test server and work on some stuff revolving around that. So lots of fun content coming up very soon. Remember to subscribe on your way out so that you don't miss out on the daily Raid Shadow Legends content we produce here on the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.